and welcome back to Haven and Hearth. Alright, so I have gone out. I have managed to catch some rabbits, like I said I was going to. I also picked up a few more things while I was out because, they were there. I managed to find another of these bloated bolettes, and I don't think I went over these well enough before. So this is a quality 21. It'll give me 2,319 learning points if I study it for one in-game day, so that's about 8 hours real time. Mental weight is 5. Okay, that's a little hefty, but not terrible. It also could be eaten for, perception dexterity. Notice this thing that is missing from this, though. There is no XP cost for using this as a curiosity. That makes this a really good curiosity. And unfortunately, you can only find it through foraging, and it's not one of the forageables that you can plant and make more of. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can study it. Yep, I have the space, so alright. That is going to get studied, and basically I'm going to try and pick those up whenever I happen to see them. Something else I managed to find was in one of the settlements there was a bunch of bones. So I now have more than enough bones for the remaining glue we need. So we'll be working on that in a little bit. But let's go check the rabbits that I found really quick. Oh, Right on over here. Actually, how is this doing? Is this thing grown yet? 76%, so no. Oh, I keep meaning to plant the ghost pipes too. Alright, so I managed to get my hands on a few rabbits. So I got a single male. There was another male that I was chasing, but I lost it. And I managed to get 2 females, 2 of the does. One was just quality 10. That was the first one I found, and it was just like, yeah, that's what I expected. And then I got a 19 on the second one, and the 20 on the male. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep the 10 here for the time being, because I would like to get 4 females in here. That is kind of where I personally feel like the breeding is happening fast enough that I might actually have to pull the male out for a time, occasionally. So we are going to want to get 2 more of these hutches. They fortunately have not been in there long enough for them to breed, so that is a thing that is... Can I? I can't. Let me really quick... Yeah, let's just grab 1 block and get the first of these remaining 2 going. There you are, rabbit hutch. Alright, so we are basically going to need to kind of get this right like that, just in as close as we can get it. And my question here becomes, actually, can I? Maybe. Let's grab 1 more block. Because I want to see. Not quite as good there, but there we go. Alright, that should be the locations for our remaining 2 of those. I am going to want to get the chicken coops in as well. Let's see about getting these guys done first. As you recall, so we've got our initial hutch here. This is the one where all the breeding is going to happen. We'll have the second hutch, which will be where I put all of the babies in order to let them grow up. And then I can kind of, be like, okay, which ones are higher quality? Which ones do I want to cycle into breeding? Which ones do I want to, just use for resources, whatever. And then the third one is basically just there so that I can pull the buck out from time to time and be like, okay, buddy, cool down. Just we don't need more rabbits at the moment. We gotta, process what we've got first, and then of course, just a safe place to keep them, and then be able to put them back in. And the chickens are going to basically be the same. The main difference being you have to let the eggs hatch into chicks. You can't just pull them out when they lay them unless you're just going to use them as eggs. So, but it'll basically be the exact same 3 setup. I put more cheese in, by the by, because I wanted more. Although I think I want to start doing a 2-tiered cheese after this batch, because we do have the location to do a single one of the the tier 2 cheeses. And I think that might be a good thing to do. I started getting more cheese, on the go, obviously. Right, so we need 40 bones. Hey, look, this pile is exactly 40. Bam. That is going to end up giving us basically what we need. That's going to give us the 4 glue, and each one of those hutches takes 2. So, hey, guess what? That's exactly what we need. Let us... Actually, you know what? I should have... not important in a moment. We'll get it. We'll get it. All right, let's get this lit. There we go, and we'll open that up. Hopefully there is enough water in here to craft all 4 of these. Just hit craft all, and since we have the correct amount, and the quality doesn't matter on the glue because it's going into the rabbit hutches. There we go. Excellent. We shouldn't need this for anything more right now, so we'll go ahead and put that out. Bam. All right. And I know this is just building more of the same, but I kind of want to show the whole setup process for this. Yeah, and I do have some more bones here, but these are the highest quality I currently have. I'm thinking about making another saw. So, speaking of, the saw is what I'm in here for. We need our saw so we can make boards. And then we also want to put you away. Oh, we put you away. Okay. So we have our glue. Let's get some board sawed. Oh, I did grab another cart because I was the place where I ended up eventually catching the buck had a cart there, and it had more stuff than I could carry. So I was like, hey, look, a cart, and just kind of threw some stuff in it. Let's get these 2 in and get these 2 in. All right, and let's see what we can manage for boards from this, because we're going to need more than this will give us. I know that. This isn't even going to be enough for 1. But one of the things that is in the cart is another log, because I was like, I had 2 things in the cart and was like, I was like, I can fit that in. It's just a 3rd thing. All right, so that only gave us 5. We're probably going to have to go looking for more wood again, which is mildly annoying, but only mildly. I have been working on getting my stats up. I managed to get my will up to match my psyche now. So the perception is actually my lowest. Oh, I could have left that pot boiling and put some eggs in it. That would have been good. All right, so I need to actually pull this stuff out of the cart. I didn't. Hey, that's actually the thing I was after. Let's just set it down for the moment so I can get the rest out of here. Because the rest are... All right, so I got this little box. And there was some stuff in it. There's more stuff I filled in. Like, I put all this meat in. Like, this stuff up here was already in it. Oh, wow, that is a very high-quality piece of marble. I might need to turn that into an axe at some point. There was some higher... I picked a bunch of this stuff as I was out. Oh, yeah, there was another bloated bullet. Was another one of the things I grabbed. I grabbed carrot seeds. There were actually some carrot seeds that stayed in my inventory as well, and I planted those already. So we finally are going to get carrots. Eventually. It'll unlock a few more things for us. Of course, I found these fox hides. Even though I just made one. It'll help. Having more is useful. There should be one more item in that thing. There it is. We'll just grab that. And it's another one of these tables. The herbalist table. So let's just kind of get that positioned right there. Alright, so this one here is our current highest quality, 29. This one is 35. So, oh, there's some stuff in it too. Oh, don't crash. Oh, okay, what do we got? Black tea leaves. Interesting. Can I... Well, I discovered them, that's for sure. It means I'll be able to do stuff with them. Tea... Yeah, we can still turn these into a stockpile, so we'll just stockpile those for the moment. I don't remember exactly what tea is useful for. Part of me wants to say it helps get rid of the travel weariness, which hasn't been a problem for us so far. Because it's like, I think tea and tobacco both do that. I'm not 100% on that, though. Oh, right, I was up here to grab that piece of wood. Actually, I wanted to check the quality on it. I never looked. It was just a random piece of wood that had survived in that settlement. 11, that's fine. If it was, like, higher quality or something, like 50 or something, I'd be like, oh, okay, no, we need to go get a different piece of wood so I could use this for something more important. But nope, it's just a quality 11, which is fine. It was just sitting around and saves me the effort of cutting another tree down. At least for a little bit, because obviously this isn't going to be enough, so... Not for 2. If I'm really lucky, I'll get 10 boards out of this and manage to get all the boards for 1. I don't think I'm even that lucky, but who knows? Alright. Got that set down, and let's make boards. Oh yeah, this thing's almost done. I'm gonna get, like, yeah, 1. Okay, well, I discovered conker wood. Great. Alright, well, there's 1. That gets me to 6 in here. Well, that was not even worth the effort. I could have done that upstairs. That's okay. It was free. Alright, let's go ahead, I think. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go cut down some trees. I'm going to grab some additional wood. I will come back when I am ready to... you know, kind of properly, you know, finish up those hutches. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I cut down a couple of trees, brought the cart down here with the stuff I've been sawing away and putting boards in. I should have enough to finish up the boards on both of these hutches. There we go. And now I need to get blocks. The thing is, I don't really want to use those for blocks if I can avoid it, because I'm going to need more boards for the chicken coops. So I think I'm going to just kind of come up here and start to deal with some of this. We've still got 2 of these. I mean, I know the quality on these is higher, but it's not that much higher, you know? Like, the 17 would probably be fine. The 22 I'm a little more hesitant on, but let's just chop this into blocks to start with. And we'll see how much we get, because we're getting a lot more blocks out of a log than we currently are the saw. Because I've got the metal axe, but only a bone saw. If I had a metal saw, I'd be getting more boards. But alas, we do not yet have hard metal in order to make the saw. And even if I had hard metal, the saw wouldn't be the priority. So, alright, so I've got, what, 12 here? And then I think I have 1 in each of these. So I just need 18 total. I'll probably be able to get that out of that log. That's what it seems like to me, at least. This should be all the logs for this. Assuming I have the stamina. There we go. And then we'll be at 4, so I'll just need 6 more logs. No, blocks. They're blocks. These are the logs. Use the right terms. So people know what the heck I'm talking about. Oops, don't want that. Come on, up we go. Alright, so we'll need 6 more, and then we'll need 30 straw, which we've got so much straw, it's not even funny. chop into blocks. We need 6. And there we go. All right. Didn't even make it through the 1. And yeah, and I'm fine using the 17 for that. I'm not going to grab from this pile. That's mostly the stuff that I've been pulling from the millet, which is higher quality. I will just grab whatever random straw here because there's so much of it. Alright, so I need 30, which should be that. Yeah, that's 30. 6 stacks of 5. Yay, basic math. Alright. Go down, we'll get that done. And then we'll start making chicken coops. And once I've got that accomplished, we'll move the chickens downstairs, free up that space up here. I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to do with it yet, but it frees it up so that I can do something. And I still need to clear a lot of these areas out down here, but for the moment, it should be fine. Alright, so this should finish this one. And I kind of want to spin around, but you know what, here, let's step away for a sec. Spin around. You know what, I want to do these in order. Let's get this one done. Bam! Alright, there's that one. And the one that I'm a little concerned might be slightly off. I think I got it right, but I didn't have the one right next to it to check. Yes, it's actually correct. Good. Alright, so now we are going to need... Let's go ahead and just make some boards. Because I think I'm only getting one more board out of this. Oh, maybe 2. Yeah, there we go. We got 2. Alright, let's get the first of these chicken coops. Now, what am I... Mug. Must have seen cured tea. Oh, okay. Interesting. Another symbol. And what's this? Oh, this is, of course, the teapot. That one I could actually make to use for the other thing, its symbol value. Right, I was up here looking for a chicken coop. Alright, so we are once again we're going to have to pull it forward a bit. Oops, I do kind of feel like that is the correct thing there, but... Yeah, I might be slightly off. Alright, hang on. And we'll go that way a little bit. Come on. There we go. Alright. We'll get those boards in. We're going to need more boards. This is, you know, the same old process. But I don't have a lot else to do today. So I figure going through the whole process of migrating the small animals down. I don't have the space to migrate the large animals down yet. But that will happen eventually. Maybe. Kinda, sorta. Now, I don't think I'm gonna end up with enough blocks to, you know, out of that remaining piece to get this all done. I might actually still need to get more logs. That might end up being the case. Oh, gotta drink some water. It is a possibility. How many did I need? 5? Because I don't want to go pulling more just yet until I have this one built. Alright. Yeah, 5. I'm gonna need 10 blocks. Can I get 10 blocks out of the remaining rotten wood? Well, that one log. We'll find out. I don't quite feel like I'm going to. But it's worth the try. And I can start using the 22 if I want, if, you know, I need to. I just kind of would prefer... Oh, no, yeah, I'm definitely not. Yeah, I got 2. Alright. I said I didn't really want... Oh, I've already used a bunch of this because it was the 22. Look at that, I still didn't get enough. Yeah, I'm definitely not using those. I might come over here. Yeah, let's get a few more blocks out of you. We can. I should go grab the shovel, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna get this stump up the slow way with the axe. Because, I mean, I've got plenty of water on me. I should be able to do it just fine. I'm not getting that one. That one's pine. That one is actually slightly useful for making tar, which I have a full thing of tar. I don't necessarily need to do that. But the spruce is less overall useful. And I think this was 14, if memory serves. So it's not like it's going to be particularly useful otherwise either. We are most of the way there, though. So we're at, yeah, 70%. I'll probably have to stop and, yep, drink here. I have not quite gotten my strength up where I would like it yet. It's 44. I want to get to 50, and then I can go see if that's enough to get through that stone that I need to get through to try and get the whatever metal that is on the second level. I got the XP thing, striking the root, okay. Yep, and there's actually also these. Yep, there's 3 of those. And yeah, it was 14, so okay. Not a big deal. I'll shove you in there. Alright, that'll finish the first one's amount. Let me just go ahead and grab like another 30 of the straw. And I know I'm passing that because I don't remember what quality that is, and I think I threw some of the millet stuff in there, so it would be high quality. Or rather, the highest quality I have. I don't have a shortage of straw. Oh, I can't get that much. I can put that down and get enough to finish the one. And then I'll go ahead and grab the stuff for the next, to start the next one. That way I'll be able to place it as soon as this is finished. Aha, that works. That works. And I'll place the second one, and then I think after that I'll end up coming back after I've got everything sorted. Because, you know, the difference between placing the second one and placing the third one is not really much of anything. It's the exact same bit. It's really just a case of trying to get stuff lined up and seeing if there is enough space on the old paved area. But I've got 3 more of the what's it called? The slag. Or I've got 4 more, actually. So if there ends up not being quite enough space, I do have enough to pave 1 more bit of it. Let's move you out of the way. Did I not grab you? Come on. This way. There we go. Alright. And then... grabbing this again. Alright, and just like this, we are going to line things up again. Like so. I might have to leave it just a touch more space. No? Alright, yeah, you're right there. So you should be okay for that. There we go. It needed just a little bit more space between them. Excellent. Alright. I'll come back once I've got all of these set up. And of course, I'll fill up their water and their fodder. So we'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I have put water and food into all of the hutches and coops. Not completely full, although the water is in most cases. This one's a little, probably the lowest. Um, but that is at least slightly on purpose. Now that we have food and water in all of our little animal houses there, well, specifically the coops, it is now time to move the chickens over. And this is a slightly delicate process. It's not super delicate. It's not like, oh my god, this is going to be the end of the world if I get it wrong. But it is a little difficult. So, eggs that are incubating have to be underneath either a hen or a cock, any chicken, have to be in one of the squares, either directly underneath or within two, basically, in order for them to continue incubating. I have 3 eggs here that are all incubating. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Let's just kind of get these moved right away. And unfortunately, I think it won't count in my inventory like this, even though I do have them underneath. But if we do this quick enough, it won't have time to tick. Unless I'm very unfortunate and picked it up shortly before the tick happens. Alright, so, doot, doot, doot. And we'll put them underneath the actual hens. There we go. Alright, so those are transferred. That was the hard part. Now it's just a matter of getting the rest moved over. And we will then be able to begin the slightly tedious process of tearing the old coop down. So let's just kind of grab what we can of the rest. We're going to want to grab all the chicks as well, although the ones that are already hatched here, which is all, should be all that's left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can grab 4 of them, it looks like. I grabbed the highest quality ones. We're going to head right back on over. And you'll notice the way I had them laid out before, I only left one row underneath the chickens on the top. I'm going to make it so that it is 2, so that we will have the maximum egg laying space on these guys. So we're going to actually move you down there, even though the cock doesn't lay eggs. We just kind of go ahead and leave that space because it just kind of works out aesthetically a little bit better. And then I'm going to put all of the chicks in here, and they will rearrange themselves kind of as needed if they grow. We will just have to check on that periodically. We'll go grab the remaining chicks, and we will begin some of the other things we need to do. In fact, I can probably do that before I even grab the last couple of chicks. I'm at a weird angle here because I've been using those other coops. Alright, so we should be able to just kind of do that. And there we go. We've got a third of the entire thing of the swill. So, alright, we'll grab our chicks. We're not going to need to feed or water them here anymore, but there's no reason to waste what we already have. The water could get wasted. That's fine because we have the infinite source of the 24, which is all that is. So that's fine to waste, but I don't want to waste the food, seeing as I just used up most of what I had to spare filling these guys up in the first place. It won't be so bad afterwards, but getting it filled up in the first place takes quite a bit. So this will top off that. And that will be one of the ones that will go through food the fastest, because I think like the chicks and the full-size chickens all use the same amount of food and water. There's just going to be a lot more of them that are waiting to grow up than there are going to be the full grown-up ones. So, alright, I'm going to move as much of this stuff over, and then we will come back and wrap things up by knocking down the coop. I'll see you in just a moment. Alright, I have just moved the last of the swill over from the coop up here down into the one down in the mine. We now are fully set up for our subterranean chickens. And we are going to now knock this guy down. We don't need this here anymore. It's in the way. Something else could get put there. You know, all we do is just go adventure destroy, click it, and then it is going to take a little bit of time to do so. As you see, it's not the slowest, but it is fairly slow. I've been destroying these hearth fires over here, the ones that weren't mine, and they are incredibly slow to take out. Which I suppose is a safety feature. It's, you know, oh, somebody's destroying your hearth fire. Gives you time to get back and stop them. But when they're completely abandoned like this, it is a little annoying. As you see, there's still one down there because I haven't taken the time to do it yet. But we're almost done here already. We're at 72, 74, 77%. And as you see, it gets, you know, more and more damaged looking as it goes. And done. There we go. And now this spot can get used for other things. I'll probably end up moving a bunch of this stuff out. I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to do with this area yet, but it is all nice and flat and paved. So I could put buildings here. I could move some of the other stuff we've got. I'll probably, because I know I'm going to have to upgrade our rope walk, probably put the new one over there. Maybe just kind of get a few things resituated just so that it's a little bit easier to, you know, move around. But that is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.